In a world filled with choices, some decisions weigh heavily on us. What if you found a path that resonated with your soul, but arrived late to it? Today, we explore a story of someone who regretted accepting Islam later in life. Meet Sarah, a vibrant woman with a curious spirit. Throughout her life, she explored various beliefs but always felt something was missing. Can you imagine the feeling of finally discovering the truth, only to realize how long you took to get there? Sarah grew up in a diverse environment. Different cultures and religions surrounded her. This exposure sparked her interest but also created confusion. She often felt drawn to Islam, yet life's distractions kept her on a different path. One day, Sarah attended a community event. The energy was contagious, and the discussions profound. As she listened to a speaker, a sense of belonging washed over her. It was then she realized the beauty of Islam, its values and teachings. This moment opened her eyes. But with enlightenment came regret. Why hadn't she explored this faith earlier? She could have experienced this sense of peace years ago. The thought weighed heavily on her heart. After this revelation, Sarah began her search. She reached out to friends and read books about Islam. Each resource deepened her understanding. Every prayer became more profound. Yet sadness lingered. She longed for earlier discovery. She decided to take the leap. That was no easy task. Her family and friends held different beliefs. They questioned her decision and expressed concern. But Sarah felt compelled to move forward. Her first prayer was emotional. It felt like coming home after a long journey. The regret transformed into gratitude for this newfound path. Yet, the what-ifs still danced in her mind. Sarah shares her story publicly. Do not wait, she urges others. Regret only adds weight to the soul. She wishes someone had guided her sooner. Her journey serves as a reminder to embrace faith without hesitation. Imagine the ripple effect this can create. If others hear her story, maybe they will explore their beliefs earlier. Encouraging open discussions could help many. Sarah discovered the power of community. She joined local prayer groups and events. Each interaction enriched her experience. Together, they shared stories, food, and laughter. This support helped her combat feelings of doubt. Every day is a new opportunity. Sarah dedicates time to learn. She studies Quran verses and attends lectures. Through this, she feels connected to something greater than herself. Her regrets softened over time. Now, she focuses on the present, not the past. Sarah encourages others to engage with Islam openly. Late acceptance doesn't diminish one's faith journey. Life teaches us lessons in unexpected ways. Sarah's late acceptance illuminated the strength of her spirit. Myriad paths can lead to faith. It's never too late. The essence of her story teaches us resilience. Each individual's journey is unique. A late arrival to faith is still a step forward in understanding. By sharing her experience, she hopes to inspire change. A delayed decision doesn't define you. Instead, embrace the new opportunity to grow. In summary, Sarah's tale of regret transformed into a narrative of hope. Her acceptance of Islam was late, but it became meaningful. Life is not about when you find your path, it's about what you do when you find it. Now, think about your journey. Are there paths you haven't explored? Allow Sarah's story to motivate you. Don't hesitate to seek out what resonates with your soul. Engage with your beliefs. Start conversations that matter. Remember, being curious is the first step towards understanding. If you've enjoyed this journey with Sarah, share this story. Encourage friends and family to explore their own beliefs. Together, we can create a world of acceptance. Discover more about faith and community. Join groups, read, and participate. You might find a connection that changes your life. Embrace the beautiful journey ahead. Don't dwell on the past. Celebrate the discovery of your truth, no matter when it happens. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, keep exploring and learning. Faith is a journey, not a destination. Sarah often reflects on her encounters with others who are on their own spiritual quests. Each conversation, each shared experience, reminds her of the beauty of diverse beliefs and how they intertwine. With every story she hears, her heart swells with hope, as she realizes how common her feelings of doubt and regret truly are. In these moments, Sarah recognizes the importance of community, the connections made, and the collective journey toward understanding and acceptance. She finds solace in knowing that while her journey to Islam was delayed, it is an ever-evolving path that continues to shape her life positively. One evening, as Sarah organized a community gathering under the glow of fairy lights, she felt an overwhelming sense of joy. The laughter of friends filled the air, and the aroma of traditional dishes wafted through the night. This was more than an event. It was a celebration of shared faith and experiences. As attendees arrived, Sarah welcomed each one with a smile, feeling grateful for the connections she had forged. They exchanged stories of how they found their way to Islam, each narrative weaving a tapestry of diverse journeys and mutual support that left her feeling uplifted. Eager voices filled the evening air as Sarah encouraged everyone to share their unique paths. "It's important to remember," she said, "that each of our stories is part of a larger narrative." She moved through the crowd, pausing to listen intently, soaking in the essence of each tale. With every recounting, she felt the presence of a vibrant community strengthening their bonds through shared experiences. The laughter that erupted from these connections was a balm to her earlier regrets, transforming them into inspiration. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow, Sarah realized that everyone gathered here was on their own enlightening journey, one that showcased resilience and hope in diversity. Together, we celebrate not just our faith, but the paths that led us here, she added, and the crowd erupted in supportive applause. As the evening progressed, a sense of unity enveloped the gathering. Sarah invited a local elder, Ahmed, to share his journey. He rose with a warm smile, his voice steady and inviting. "Every path has its challenges," he articulated, capturing the attention of all. "But it's in our struggles that we find strength." His story resonated deeply, echoing the sentiments many of them felt, overcoming doubt and fear through faith. Each word he spoke was a thread, stitching together their experiences into a collective tapestry of resilience. Sarah watched as people leaned in, eager to absorb wisdom that transcended generations, solidifying their community. As Ahmed concluded his story, the air was thick with emotion, and Sarah felt a wave of gratitude for the wisdom he had shared. "We are all on this journey together," he reminded them, prompting a chorus of nods and murmurs of agreement from the audience. This sense of community fueled her spirit, making the evening even more meaningful. Inspired, Sarah realized how essential it was for each individual to acknowledge their journey, regardless of when they began it. She understood that every path to faith carried its lessons, and every story had the power to transform hearts. "Let us continue to uplift each other," she declared, her voice warm and inviting, "for it's never too late to embrace our truths and celebrate our shared experiences." The crowd erupted in applause once more, their unity palpable, and Sarah felt the weight of her past regrets lift, replaced by a sense of belonging and purpose. In the weeks that followed the gathering, Sarah dedicated herself to fostering connections beyond the community events. She organized regular study sessions where individuals could come together to explore Islamic teachings. These evenings became a sanctuary of hope, filled with discussions, prayers, and laughter. Each meeting invited new faces, all eager to share their own spiritual journeys and the wisdom they had acquired along the way. Sarah watched as friendships blossomed, and she knew that her earlier regrets were being transformed into an opportunity for growth. This, she believed, was the true essence of her journey, a blossoming community of support, strength, and unwavering faith, encouraging each member to embrace their unique paths to understanding. The atmosphere in the community center was palpable with enthusiasm as Sarah looked around at the diverse group gathered. Faces lit with hope and curiosity, everyone was eager to participate in discussions about faith and life experiences. Tonight, let's not only share our stories but also explore how our journeys can inspire others, she suggested, her eyes sparkling with anticipation. Someone raised a hand and shared their challenges, and soon others followed suit, creating a space where vulnerability and strength coexisted. As each person spoke, Sarah felt the collective energy surge, binding them closer together in their shared pursuit of understanding and acceptance of their unique paths. The night flowed into a harmonious blend of laughter, learning, and bonding, affirming that their community was growing stronger and more resilient with each story shared. "Your story matters," Sarah said, her voice barely above a whisper, yet it carried through the room. "We're all on different journeys, but each step is vital to our collective growth." A gentle murmur of agreement rippled through the gathering as people nodded, reflecting on their own experiences. This was more than a conversation. It was a commitment to continue supporting one another as they navigated their faith, embracing both the struggles and triumphs that lay ahead. In closing, Sarah's journey reminds us all that understanding and acceptance can blossom at any stage of life. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share Islam in Focus TV. Her story encourages us to remain open to discovering our truths, highlighting that it's never too late to forge a meaningful connection with our beliefs. Embrace your unique path and share it boldly with others.